During the run, I think the thing that matters the most is just hitting your shift points just right. You're racing against another car, but in this class, you're really racing against the clock. So you need to cut your own good light, and you need to run your race. And in a stick shift class, that means shifting at the exact time, being a quick shift, keeping the car straight while you're doing it, and just running out to the finish line. So I connected with Modern Driveline through our local chapter of a Mustang club here. I had met Bruce there before, and I was working in corporate America, and it just wasn't right for me anymore. And thanks to my wife Sarah, we are in a position financially that I could do something that my passion is about, and it's about cars, and it's always been about stick shifts and 5 and 6 speed vehicles. Anything I've ever owned, if it came with a stick shift, that's what the one I wanted. So it's always been a passion of mine. I've always raced 5-speed cars, and it's just great to be doing something every day that is really follows your passion and what you like to do. I'm a little anxious to figure out how everything's going to work together, how the new combination works. You know, I've got more horsepower, I've got more torque in the engine, I've got different gear ratios in the transmission with the TKX. I'm excited to go out and do some testing and figure out what the car wants and how it's going to run, how it's going to launch is really the biggest thing with everything being new. We don't know track conditions because we haven't been out there all winter. I know that the track's been being prepped and it should be ready to go, but we're really going to see when I hit the track and see how it goes. With it all being new, you know, I knew exactly how to run the car. I knew exactly how to launch the car last year. Everything was the same. I was pretty consistent within a couple of tenths of a second of each other. Now I just don't know. So it's going to be a big learning curve again, which is why I'm trying to get out to as many of the test events as I can before the actual points events start. And I just need to make some runs. It's just time under your belt and going out and running the thing. So I'm really looking forward to running the TKX this year in the Super Shifter class. I was pretty consistent with my transmission last year, but I really had to shift it hard. It was a notchy shifting transmission, and I'm hoping this one is much smoother. Everything I've read, it's a much smoother shift. I'm really looking forward to getting out and running it and giving that a try and seeing what it does. So first trip to the track, got 3 runs in. The weather was super cold in the morning. It's a brand new track. They've only had 1 event. So this was the second test event. It was, you know, in the high 50s in the morning. There wasn't any sun on the track. The first run was a high 1180 something at 123 miles an hour. It spun really bad in the first gear. It kind of went sideways on me in second gear, and then it hooked and went. Second half of the track was good. Came up next run, lowered the launch RPM a little bit, and it seemed to go. It still spun in first gear, ran 1138 at 125, and then last run out I lowered the launch RPM again to try and get it to stop spinning and get it to go consistently, and it bogged on me really bad, so I went a little too low that time, and it went high 11s at 125 again. So just got to figure it out. Just time in the saddle, time there at the track, getting some more heat in the track, and I'll be able to hook it up.